There are a number of books I want to read this month, so let's talk about them. Hello everyone, my name is Thomas White and this is Thomas Writes. In this video, I will be talking about the books that I will be reading this month, as well as give you guys some updates on what videos will be coming down the line with the channel. The way I've structured this video is I will first give you a book that I will be reading this month, followed up by a quick channel update on a video that will be coming down the line this month. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to like and subscribe and comment down below on what book you are most excited for me to read this month, as well as what video you are most excited to see when it comes out. With that, let's get into it. The first book that I will be reading this month is The Dragon Reborn by Robert Jordan. This is the third book in the Wheel of Time series, a series that I'm enjoying overall so far. I really liked The Great Hunt. I thought it was paced really well. I thought the action was really good, and I thought the development that they gave for the characters and the world was really intriguing, and it got me hooked on the series. And so far, The Dragon Reborn has been a pretty good follow-up. Once again, as with most Wheel of Time books, the pacing is pretty slow, but it is very clear that it is all building towards this big climactic confrontation. I'm a little over halfway through the book, and so far the conspiracies and the plot developments that have been happening have been really cool, really intriguing, and I'm eager to see how they will pay off. My first update for the channel is that my next video will be a review of The Original by Brandon Sanderson and Mary Robinette Kowal. This is a book that I read back in 2022, however, I never got around to actually doing a review of it, so I want to catch up on the books that I finished in 2022 but haven't done reviews on. This one is a sci-fi mystery thriller that I enjoyed pretty well, and I want to share my more in-depth thoughts on it. So stay tuned, that video will be coming here very soon. The next book that I will be reading this month is Blade Runner, or Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep by Philip K. Dick. This is a book that has been on my radar for a while because it is quintessential sci-fi. It has inspired so many other works that have come after it, and obviously inspired the famous Blade Runner movie with Harrison Ford. And it's one that I've been wanting to get to because of how inspirational it is for cyberpunk and sci-fi noir, and just sci-fi in general. This book is pretty short, and I'm only a couple chapters in, and already it has diverged from the movie in some pretty significant ways that I will be very interested to get into once I actually do a video on this book. And for this book, I will be doing a very special video that'll be different from my normal reviews, so stay tuned for that. The next update I have to give is that once my review of The Original goes up, I will be doing a review... where is it? of Starship Troopers by Robert Heinlein. This is a book that I once again read in 2022. It's actually technically a reread because I read this book back in high school, but I had forgotten a lot about it and wanted to revisit it to see if my thoughts on it had changed at all. This is also a very controversial book due to the themes presented in it, and I'm very eager to give my own take on this book, as I think this book is very misunderstood by general audiences. This is another one where I didn't want to rush out a review on it as I have a lot of thoughts, and once I get this done, I will have finally reviewed all of the books that I read in 2022, so stay around for that. The next book that I will be reading this month is another classic. It is Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. This one was graciously gifted to me by my coworker Blake. So Blake, thank you very much for sending this to me. You have told me a lot about this book and talked to me a lot about it. So I am very eager to get into this book so we can talk more in depth about it. This again is classic science fiction and is an iconic book. Even the image on the cover is instantly recognizable because the Frankenstein's monster character has become such a staple of pop culture. This book is described as being the modern Prometheus story, and I'm very curious to see in what ways it is like that, and all of the very rich themes that I have been told are at play in this book. I don't review a lot of classics on the channel, so I'm also eager to add this to my list of books that I have read. The final update I have to give is that once I finish my reviews of the original and Starship Troopers, all of my videos will culminate into a tier ranking of every single book that I have read in 2022. I've seen other booktubers do videos like this, and I've been wanting to do one myself, but I want to make sure I have all my reviews for my 2022 books up before I do the tier ranking, just because I think that makes the most sense to structure it that way. So stay tuned, that video will be coming down the line in a couple weeks. And then finally, the last book that I will be reading this year will be on audio, and that is The Warden and the Wolf King by Andrew Peterson. This is the final book in the Wingfeather saga, and I am eager to conclude this series as I've heard so many great things about it. And even though book 3 was not my favorite of the series, I'm still eager to see how everything culminates and pays off. It'll be really satisfying to have finally put a series under my belt and gotten it done for this channel. So stick around as I read that book as well and conclude the Wingfeather saga. But that is all the books I will be reading and all of the channel updates I have to give for this video. Again, comment down below on what you're most excited for coming up, whether it's a book I'm reading or a video I'm making, and stick around to see what other books I'll be reading this month as well as in the months to come. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next video.